How do I know when to hire additional staff for my agency? There's a couple schools of thought here. One is using revenue benchmarks. When I hit this revenue, I need to have, this many account managers, this many graphic designers, this many copywriters, this many, creative directors, and that's perfectly fine. Another school of thought is my team is at X level of capacity. Okay, I need to post this, another of these roles. So maybe if they're at 60% capacity, you post that role and say, okay, I'm going to hire my second account manager here. When they get to 70 to 75, you're actively interviewing for that role. When they're at 80 to 90, you're submitting an offer to a candidate. And hopefully by 90 to 95%, that person is now being onboarded, trained to be able to reduce that workload for both people, split that workload up. Okay, so now they're both, this one might be back to 60. This one is at 30 or 35 as they're getting trained and getting, involved in all the processes that you work through with your agency. So that's kind of the second methodology that a lot of agency owners use. Either one can work, but you do have to build out those benchmarks on the front end to know what is going to drive these decisions. So instead of just saying, okay, I want another one of these, it's making it more quantitative where it's like, okay, once my team member is at this, or once my revenue is at that, this is the trigger point for posting a role, interviewing for a role, extending an offer, etc. So those are the two different ways that I really advise my clients to look at when they're hiring additional staff for their team.